What's up, Joy Tribe? It's time again. Let's do that again. What's up, Joy Tribe? It's time again for another reaction video. Yay! So today we're going to react to this YouTube short that I found. It's very interesting. And it's talking about Andrew Tate. If you guys don't know who he is, he went viral online. What color is your Bugatti? Top G. So he's a lad teaching other lads to be more of a lad. It's a terrible Andrew Tate impression. Okay, I'm going to stop. Listen, guys, first of all, like, subscribe, share this video, comment down below. We got to help the algo. The algorithm is crazy and trying to stop things, but we're going to break through. We're going to be confident, Joy Tribe, and we're going to make it through. So first of all, we're going to watch this video. It's a reaction to people reacting to Top G, Andrew Tate, because his videos are all about masculinity and how to be more of a man. And he's quite harsh sometimes to some people. I actually love the guy. I think he is extremely well spoken. He's very bombastic in his approach, but he's super masculine. You know, most people who are offended by him are not his audience, but most people who are offended by him also need to hear him. He speaks to men about men's issues, and he's very opinionated. What's wrong with that? All right, so let's watch this young man's video talking about what's going on. Let's go.
School's back in. Teachers are upset, not because they have to pay for school supplies, which is a real issue, not because they're underpaid and overworked, which is a real issue, but because the Andrew Tate situation is getting out of pocket.
So I'm a teacher.
Wait a second. The Andrew Tate situation is getting out of pocket. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's happening.
And I teach 6th grade. And within these 3 days, the amount of young 11-year-old boys that have told me that they love Andrew Tate is ridiculous. I had a boy today.
11-year-old boys loving Andrew Tate, Tom G, with the children. Okay, that's interesting. Now, he's not really for kids, like, at all. Not at all. He's not for children. But again, he's a very opinionated manosphere, talking about men's issues, talks about women, he talks about making money, talks about having a Bugatti. He's a millionaire, he's a businessman. He's very bombastic, he's very over the top. I love the way he talks. I think he's very much a masculine man. I like that because it helps feminine women be more feminine. But for children, that's a little strange. Let's see let's see what this teacher has to say.
11. Turn to a girl and tell her that she's fat. Women need to be thin. She sits at home and she eats all day.
Okay, that's terrible.
And that she's like every other girl in the world.
I just want to say, when the 11-year-old boy said she was fat, I thought to myself, that's normal bullying.
Right.
That's what 11-year-old boys do.
Honestly, that's true. That's normal bullying. You can't blame Andrew Tate for a little kid being a bully to a girl. I mean, sits at home all day. I mean, Andrew Tate doesn't talk about that. You really can't blame him for that. That's just normal bullying. I agree with these gentlemen.
Let me play the rest of it.
And that she uses men to get money.
At
And
11?
he's a hardworking man and he works for his money.
At 11? Hardworking man.
Okay, see, yeah, that's the concern.
Oh my gosh. What? He's a hardworking man. He's 11 and he works for the money. Okay, that's some Andrew Tate-ish right there. Listen, we obviously know that Andrew Tate is not for kids. If children get a hold of his content, like 11 years old is a child, it's obviously through the parents or through a teenager brother or sister maybe, but probably someone that showed it to him. You cannot blame Tate for that. It just as much as people try to blame, I don't know, other people for like Kanye West for cussing in his rap music. Don't let your kids watch this content if you don't approve of it. That's always been my viewpoint. Literally, don't make it a big deal. Don't worry about it being something that is, child friendly, because it's not child friendly. And make sure you watch your kids and what they look at. You really got to watch your kids. I personally, I was a stepmom for a while. I babysit kids a lot. I really love children. And I'll tell you one thing that kids learn a lot is on YouTube. So the teacher here, she can't control what these children are looking at. Obviously, the kid was being a bully to the little girl. Um, it's not okay to tell a kid she's fat, but this is what kids do. They bully each other. They tell you you're too fat, you're too short, you're too skinny, you're too big, you're too small. Your hair's too curly, your hair's too straight, your nose is too big, your nose is too small. This is what kids do. It's not okay, but this is kids being kids. You can't blame Tate for that. Andrew Tate is talking to adult men and adult women, but mostly adult men. And love him or hate him, he's made a huge impact to the fact that 11-year-old kids are talking about it. I mean, that is an issue. But this teacher going on there and talking about it like Andrew Tate should be to blame, it's just jumping on the bandwagon of hating on strong masculine men. I mean, if we can talk about men toxic masculinity, why can't we talk about toxic femininity? See how ridiculous that sounds? Because there is no such thing as toxic masculinity. True masculinity is never toxic. It's protective, it's caring, it's loving, it's go-getter, it's energetic, it's pushing and moving things forward, it's push, push, push. Meanwhile, true feminine energy is warm and it's warming, and it's a different kind of caring, and it's a pulled back, it's a receiving. It feels very good. So what I would do if I was that teacher is I would simply tell the child to stop bullying the little girl. I wouldn't blame Andrew Tate for it. Maybe you should look at yourself, teacher. Maybe you should be a better teacher and separate the kids from each other and stop them from fighting rather than taking to TikTok. What is this, a TikTok? I think it's a
They have to
TikTok.
pay for school supplies, which is a real issue. Not
I
because
like
they're
how he says
underpaid
the
and
real
overworked, which is a real
issues.
issue, but because the Andrew Tate situation is getting out of pocket.
So I'm a teacher and I teach 6th grade. And within these 3 days, the amount of young 11-year-old boys that have told me that they love Andrew.
Okay, so kids will talk about Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, so they're talking about Andrew Tate. I mean, honestly, I'm more concerned about these rappers like Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B being a representation for women than I am Andrew Tate being a representation for men. All right, if young boys want to listen to him, I wouldn't let my son listen to him because he's not talking to that audience. Just like I wouldn't let my young daughter, if I had children, watch Cardi B. Like I said, when I babysit kids, when I was a stepmom, when I take care of children, I have a lot of children that look up to me. I love children. They're amazing. They're God's blessings. I don't have any children of my own self, but when I have children around me and I watch my friends' children, guess what we don't do? We don't go on YouTube and watch random things. I curate what they're watching. In fact, I usually get them off of YouTube because YouTube is a horrible space for young kids. So to the parents, watch what your children are watching. And to the adults, like teachers, counselors, don't freak out if they start mimicking something that their parents probably showed them or they overheard. It's not a big deal. More teach them the content of character, teach them not to bully, and get off of TikTok complaining. Just do your job as a teacher. Just like the young man said from Keep It a Buck podcast, you guys go follow those guys. There's is not real issues. These are not real issues. They just want to jump on the bandwagon of hate, the handmaiden tales. Everyone wants to turn this world into handmaiden tales. I hate that TV show, by the way. Read the book, a great book. Hate the TV show. It's really dark. It's really dank. And it's really all about, oh no, the religious right are turning us into subservient wives. And it's not happening. It's not going to happen. Leftists like to go up in arms about it. But no matter where you are on the political sphere or spectrum, this is ridiculous. Let's stop blaming content creators that have no content for children for your missteps as a guardian, parent, or teacher. And even with Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, I'm upset with many of those lyrics. But guess what? I make sure that the children around me don't watch or listen to them. That's right. We only show videos that the kids can watch, children friendly. Remember that? It's called good parenting. It's called being a good godmom, stepmom, mother, teacher, counselor, guider. Let's get back to being true feminine energy and stop worrying about the masculine men who are out there trying to make the world a better place for all of us. Get off of Andrew Tate's nuts, chick. It's okay. Just be a teacher. That's my viewpoint. I'm sticking to it. Joy Tribe, what do you think? As always, I want to know what you think about these reaction videos, especially this one. This was a short little video, but I thought it was really interesting to see. And what do you think about Andrew Tate? Do you know who he is? Many of you guys said I didn't know who he was, so you told me. Check him out. He's been banned on all social media, but he's very fascinating. He's very controversial, and he's still going around. I think he's done more good than bad. Obviously, don't agree with everything he says, but I agree with a lot of it. And I think he's entering into a sphere where we need counter conversation. We need, things that are not the norm. The whole pro feminism in your face, attacking men, blue haired, fat feminism has gone on way too long. Let's stop doing that. Let's go back to traditional men and women. Your polarity helps, like the polarity, the yin and the yang helps me. I love that. So let me know what you think. Joy Tribe, as always, I appreciate your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reaction video. Bye.